It's an honor to be here today.
I turned it off.
Not supposed to turn off till 45 minutes. It's an honor to be here today. I always appreciate the opportunity to thank veterans for what they've done for our country. It's a great honor to be a part of this community and be the first administrator for Nebraska Veterans Cemetery and Alliance. I know many of you are interested in knowing when it's going to open. Due to the rain this spring, we have had some delay, but they tell us that we'll be able to move into the building by June 17th. We will have the dedication ceremony on August 13th. Governor Heinlein will be here to declare it hallowed ground, and will be open for interment at that time. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the cemetery today, because this day is about honoring our veterans, especially those who gave their lives in battle. I know each of you have a special tradition with your families to honor this day, and I know there's some other activities going on in town, so I don't want to keep you long. But I do want to speak for a few moments on why this is such a special day. Throughout our country today, crowds will gather as we do here. Some lay flowers upon fields planted with marble. Families that are not related by blood will join hands as they pray for souls lost and lives cut short. In the hours that make up this day, millions of tear-filled eyes will gaze into the distance, looking upon pillars of stone, in the hope that a peaceful sleep will soon end. Ears will tense, waiting for a miraculous rhythm of footsteps to announce that our troops are coming home. We honor today those from among us that marched to liberate the masses of oppressed people throughout the world. We acknowledge that the life they offered gave us the freedom that we enjoy. What we as a nation cannot always achieve in words and law has been achieved through the dedication of our military members. This tribute of service given by our young men and women ensures the fulfillment of a promise sworn to be upheld by our forefathers, that all men and women are created equal, and all should be able to live in a world with justice and hope. As Americans, we walk according to a promise that our lives will have meaning, that our efforts will bear fruit, that our dreams will develop to reality. We are not subject to trends that identify society as a pawn of evolution. Our existence is greater than the result of individual experiences and ambitions. We stand here, daughters and sons of freedom, with a destiny to live the life of freedom for those who did not have the chance. It is our calling to preserve our heritage. It is our duty to educate our children in the principles and values that do not end over time and that do not change. Recognize today that our gathering is a witness to the strength of our endeavor as a nation. As heirs to freedom, we suffer with those oppressed throughout the world. Our joy is suppressed until all people on this earth can know liberty and enjoy it as we do. We've all been led here today because our hearts beat in unison. Our hearts call out to the nations who suffer and tell them they can stand up for freedom and win it. The goal, which began on this land over 200 years ago, has been adopted by people worldwide. And our support of those people is to repay the debt that we owe to those who made freedom possible for us. The debt we owe to the fallen among us is greater than a debt of blood, sweat, or tears. The debt we owe requires a payment through new promises of liberty. The opportunity that we have should only be received with the knowledge of what our debt is. The debt to our children and the children of the rest of the world. We are bound to live our lives in a way that honors the souls that have been lost to battle. Since the beginning of time, creation has moaned for peace and liberty. America's purpose is to answer that call for help until the hunger for justice exists no more. Hope that we know is that which can be lived and not merely dreamed of. Bringing that hope to all mankind is the purpose for our existence. America will continue to know freedom only as long as we remember with acknowledgement the sacrifices made on our behalf. And only as long as we live our lives in a way that honors those who gave their lives for us. As you plan to attend the dedication of the Veterans Cemetery in August, I want you to keep in mind that what we're celebrating out there is not a place to bury our dead. It is a place to celebrate the lives that each and every veteran gave up. The sacrifices that the spouses and children gave up when they sent their loved ones off to war. The Veterans Cemetery that will be an alliance will be something new that is not existing anywhere else in the nation. It will be a living cemetery. This will be a community-centered cemetery where we will go there not just to grieve for the dead, but to celebrate their life. We would go there not just on the day of interment, but several days throughout the year to educate our children that freedom was not just something we were born with, but it's something that people died for many times over. I want to thank each of you for coming out today to recognize our veterans. Thank you for your support for the Veterans Cemetery, and thank you for your support for our country.